Hello, I'm Kyle Jensen, and I'm a freshman student here at Augustana. I'm planning to major in business management, data science, business analytics, and economics. The question posed to me today is why business? I'm going to broaden the question and ask why my majors. So, first of all, I believe my degrees will greatly impact my knowledge and well-being for the world around me. I really wanted to go into some sort of family wealth management to help support other people manage their wealth well and help them grow their wealth to a point where they can survive and live off that. Part of that comes in with the economics degree, of course. The data analytics and the sort of that side of things helps me understand the market valid trends, researching companies and taking that analytics and turning it into more of a presentation so they can see it. The business management is just going to help me all around to understand how to speak better, how to communicate better, and how to learn to be better at my job. And then finally, the data analytics or the data science will help me understand AI in the workforce and how that's going to keep growing and growing and growing, and how that's really going to affect our type of work. But that's not the only path. We have callings and we have jobs. I believe that's one of my callings is to help people do. Her book, Follow Your Bliss and Other Lies About Calling, she talks about how different paths and different choices we make can either block a calling or make a calling have a better opportunity for us, or a bunch of different things like we have missed callings, we have unexpected callings, and how our callings change over time. And so I really agree with her. So I believe this is my calling now, and this is what I want to try to pursue. It's not necessarily my only calling in the future. And so I just want to see how these two callings line up, and if we're looking at what Carrie Bass did with us in class and the dream mapping, I saw a lot of education typical things in there. I have a concern about the education system of today, and something I want to see fixed is the education system, which will help a lot of our other problems. And you posed to me in my short analytical paper how to include that sort of education mindset into my job and career for the future. And while I believe it could be a part of my job or career, I don't believe that's what I want to do with it. I believe I want to make it a calling, and through scouting and through Awana programming, I believe I can serve a way greater impact into the students' lives and these educating children of tomorrow. I believe that that's the best way to help these students grow, other than becoming an education teacher, and that's really not what I believe is passionate for. But I also love what my dad said was, and I have a quote here from him from our interview we had. Quote, and so one of the things that I've done in multiple different phases throughout my life is lead men's groups. I've led home groups. I've also led groups among our church. So I think there's probably a strong opportunity for maybe even calling for me to step into a little bit more of a leadership role in my church, in men's ministry. And it's the kind of the reason why I'm looking at maybe stepping back from other things that may have been my calling of the past decade or more. So in him saying this, he is looking at his job right now at Augustana. He's looking at his scouting, helping in his career there, and he's looking at our church and his men's ministry that he leads. And he's trying to decide what he wants to relinquish, what he wants to keep as a calling, and sort of looking at what the future holds. And so he's looking at stepping away from scouting and moving more into that men's ministry. This really fits in with what I want to do, because I'm currently leading a Bible study on campus and doing a lot of things where I'm encouraging people through InterVarsity on campus and helping lead and run that. And so I often find helping my church, and that is often a calling for me in the first place. And so my other goals is whether I can do the family wealth management, which is my end goal, is to build wealth to help others and to build a family legacy for me and for other people. Another thing I really want to do is work in a business with my mother, which is getting back to the question, why business? If I can't get into family wealth management, which is a very good possibility because it's a very hard industry to get into, I would love to run a business with my mother. My mother is an amazing, awesome person. She ran a vacation rental system with my grandmother, And in that, she was able to do all the backgrounding, scheduling, appointments, everything, even to payroll. And so I really think me going to business with her would greatly help both of ours and help me build a family legacy bigger than us. And so I'm really interested in doing that with her. We're not sure exactly the business we want to go into, but I really believe that's a passion of both of ours. And that sort of concludes my why business speech. But overall, I believe I want to go to business to help others and help the students of tomorrow with money, with help, and hopefully that will last a lifetime. Thank you. I'm Kyle Jensen. Thank you for your time.